Musa, I'm glad you're all right.
It is terrible what happened to Samuel. Please accept my sincerest condolences.
What were the last few days like? Did you lose a lot of men?
What is a lot? Even one death is more than enough. But if you had not come, it would have been much worse.
What's your plan now? Head out into the world again?
I would like to stay here for a while. All I have seen in your country is death. So now I want to discover its beauty. Do you think Catherine would be my guide? I'm sure she would show me things I would like.
I better be off.
It was good to see you, Henry. Very good.
Damn it!
Heal!
Yannick, that was some bloodbath.
Weren't it? I don't understand how we're still alive.
I suppose the Lord was watching over us.
Aye, that's twice now.
Jizka?
My most heartfelt condolences, Henry. I'm truly sorry about Sam.
What are your plans now?
Now, let's celebrate our victory properly. Then we'll go back to the Devil's Den and get some rest. I'll leave any further negotiations to Jobst and Radzig, but it's not over yet. The King and Prokop of Luxembourg are still prisoners, and it's hard to say whether Sigismund will want to release them. Maybe we'll have more work to do. And that's why I'd like to have a word with you.
Oh? About what?
About your future. I've commanded countless men, and no doubt I'll command many more. But you, Henry, you have something the others didn't. The heart of a real warrior. I know you're still in the service of Lord Perkstein and have duties to carry out in that regard, but I wanted to tell you, if that ever changed, I would be honored if you stood by my side, as my right-hand man.
That would be an honor for me as well, Zizka. Thank you for your trust. It's just that I don't know right now what Hanush wants from me. If he has another task for me. So...
I understand. You don't have to decide right now.
What did you think of the final battle?
Nothing. I didn't see much of it, but even through the fortress walls, I could hear they didn't have a chance against you.
You could tell that by what you heard.
I hear the grass grow. I can find my way just by listening, with eyes closed if necessary. That comes in very handy when you're captured and blindfolded.
I heard we managed to save the silver.
Only just. They almost got their hands on it, the bastards. Luckily, you arrived in time. I know this isn't much of a consolation, but a share of it is yours.
I found Brabant in the camp. He was torturing Sam. I killed him.
I'm glad you did. I haven't been betrayed like that for ages. Such a buffoon. I never realized what he was really like. Oh well, a lesson learned. At least he can no longer deceive anyone like he did us. He deserves to die 1,000 deaths for what he did to Ada and Sam.
Sweet as honey, sharp as a razor. Just the way I like it.
God, I shouldn't have left you, Sam. I won't leave you here like this.
All the good they did in their lives.
I'll prepare the
Grant
burial
them
your faith
eternal
demands.
rest, Lord, and let them bathe in the eternal light.
Catherine? You alright?
I'm all right. Oh, thank God you came back safe and sound. And you didn't come alone and brought our salvation. Of course.
I killed Brabant.
Good.
Good.
It's good he paid for what he did. It's good he can't harm anyone again. But I'm sad for every horrible deed we do to put right other horrible deeds. It's wrong. Even so, I think there was no other option.
You're right. You have no idea how right you are. Well, the last few days here in the fortress must have been awful. How did you get through them?
The same as everyone else, I suppose. I just try to stay alive. Aye, we got hungrier and hungrier. But you forget about that after a while. You even get kind of used to seeing death at every step. The worst thing was the feeling of powerlessness. I'm used to being in control.
I wanted to tell you that, you're one of the bravest women I ever met.
Oh, come now.
No, it's true. After all you've been through, never complained, and everything you've done for us, we couldn't have done it without you. I wouldn't be able to do it. Thank you, and I hope you'll get to know peace now. You deserve it.
What's come over you? Nobody ever said anything like that to me.
They should have, though.
Thank you. What did you mean, one of the bravest? Who else did you have in mind?
Someone from back home. I think you'd like her. I'll tell you about her one day. What's your plan now?
Now? The simple things in life. A long bath, a good meal, brush my hair.
I need all that as well. I was talking about the future.
I'll stay with Zizka. He's all I've got. I'll go where he goes.
I have to go and see Hanush now.
So I heard. Farewell for now, Henry.
I don't know any Hebrew prayers. And I don't want to insult your faith. I'll pray as best as I know how. Lord Almighty, our Father in heaven, grant peace to my deceased brother Samuel. He had a different faith, but he deserves your mercy. I didn't have time to get to know him as well as I'd like. But he was a good man, and didn't deserve to die, even though you've called him to you. Don't let him suffer too long in purgatory, and don't let his memory ever die. To you and all the saints, I swear, I'll never forget him. Amen.
Relatives, friends, and benefactors, may they enjoy eternal bliss.
We'll take you to Colleen, and there you'll have a proper funeral. Farewell, Sam.
Farewell, Sam.
Ibish is going to be a farmer?
Aye. I never expected that.
Nor did anyone else. Still, miracles happen.
this is one hell of a miracle. He's almost 100 or so.
Not quite 100. In any case, Lady Stephanie must be a capable woman.
Or
Or what?
nothing.
You mean...
Aye. It seems a more likely explanation than a miracle.
You're right. Who is it then? Do you think we know him?
Hard to say. It could be a groom, some soldier, or a blacksmith's son, say.
You mean...
The timing would fit.
Well, fuck me.
I did the best I could for my brother.
It is done. May the earth rest lightly on him. Or whatever the Jews say.
Rest in peace, Sam.
So now, to the reason I wanted to talk to you. As you no doubt know, there's a big change in store for Hans. He's getting married.
He has to get married.
Has to, wants to, it doesn't matter. He's going to. As you can see, he's none too pleased.
I'm not really surprised. If he can't choose his wife.
Exactly.
Henry, I realize you're not familiar with the business of arranged marriages among the nobility. So don't poke your nose in. Nobody's forcing you into one. It's clear that if it were up to him, he'd keep putting off the wedding in the hope I'd change my mind. But I won't. I've given my word to Lord Botsek of Kunstad, and I don't break my word. So your job, Henry, when the time comes, is to make sure the wedding actually takes place. And if our young lord refuses, you have my permission to drag him kicking and screaming to the altar if need be. After all, who else should take care of him other than the young lord's squire, eh?
Well, if he doesn't want to get married, you can't force him to, can you?
What I can and can't do is none of your business, Henry. Is that clear?
Of course.
Excellent. Agreed.
And when is it supposed to happen?
You'll find out in good time. In the meantime, stay in these parts till Butchek and I arrange all the details with Herald.
I thought we were going back to Ratai.
We'd just be losing time. I'll give you coin so you can find decent quarters and have enough to live on. Radzig also agrees you'll stay with Capon as his right-hand man.
All right. Where is my father, in fact?
Somewhere in the fields outside the village. He took his unit to rout the last of the Pragas. They should be back around now, I reckon. You could go to meet him. He'll definitely be pleased to see you. He'll want to hear how you fared today. And he won't be disappointed if you ask me. Go with God, then. And don't forget what we said.
Safe journey, Hanush. And send my regards to Bernard.
Thank you for the encouragement before my journey. And don't worry about the wedding. It had to happen one day.
That can't be helped. There are worse things, though. I'm really sorry about what happened to Sam, Henry. I have to admit, I wasn't that keen on him at first. Maybe I was a bit jealous. But after all we went through together, it's really terrible. I don't want this to sound bad, but I'm glad nothing happened to you. That would have killed me.
I found Brabant in the camp.
Brabant? What? I thought he turned tail. That would have been just like him.
I suppose he really cared about the silver.
And? What happened?
He caught Sam. He was going to kill him. I finished him.
Oh, I hope he suffered.
He begged, whined, whimpered.
I hope Ada enjoyed looking down on that.
What did Hanush talk to you about?
Various things. You don't need to know everything, Henry.
Oh, come on. You can tell me. You know you've always been able to rely on me. Now, maybe we've had the odd quarrel, but that's water under the bridge now. Your secret's safe with me.
Secret? Ugh, I don't know if you can call it a secret. I'd say it's already the talk of the town in Ratai. Hanush told me he has no intention of handing over what's mine. Not until I get married, at least.
Wasn't he supposed to hand it over when you reach maturity? No strings attached?
Yes, he was. And I'm not happy. But what can I do? Have him dragged before the king's court? Either I fulfill his condition, or I force him to drop it. Oh, I have to think this through.
What are we going to do about the wedding?
What can we do? Nothing. You heard what Hanush said. He doesn't want anyone to accuse him of not keeping his word. He promised Bocek he'd marry me to his niece, so that's what he's going to do. I'm not sure what to do. After what happened. You know? I mean, me and you. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see how things turn out. I'm still young. I want to have fun. And instead of that, I have to marry some wench I've never seen. Also, she's bound to be ugly. She'd have been married off ages ago otherwise. Damn it!
I wouldn't be so pessimistic.
Aye. But on the other hand, she's rich.
Yeah, maybe she'll be pretty as well.
No chance. I'm not that lucky. I've been thinking, though. If I get married and have a son, I'll name him after you.
After me?
Heinrich.
In German?
Ah, you see, it's in fashion at court these days. And what have you got to complain about? You should be pleased. Or would you rather I name him Vachelin?
No, I'm pleased. Honestly. I hope he turns out to be a great man.
Of course he will. He'll take after me. He'll perform great deeds, you can be sure of that.
What was it like before we turned up? Must have been hard.
It was fucked up. I was hit by an arrow. And then we were just stuck in the fortress with no food. But you know what? I didn't even remember Nabokov. That escape through the crypt from the Italian court cured me.
I'm glad to hear it.
I was really worried about you.
Likewise. What about your injury? You said you got hit.
Godwin pulled the arrow out straight away. It didn't go in too deep, thankfully. I was wearing armor, and in the fray, I didn't even think of it. It's only starting to hurt now, in fact.
Do you want me to take a look at it later?
Why not? That's kind of you.
You managed to save the silver.
Only just. Another moment and they'd have discovered it. You arrived in the nick of time. This must be the richest fucking fortress in the kingdom. But still, the main thing is that you came back safe and sound.
What are your plans now?
I'm in no hurry for the courtship, believe you me. We need to stay in this region, so we'll hole up somewhere for a while. At the Devil's Den, say. Or we'll find something more private. And when the time comes and Hanush summons me for the courtship, I'll send a message saying I'm seriously ill.
Do you think he'll fall for it?
I'm sure he will the first time. Then we'll see.
You could do something that makes Yitka not want you.
Good idea.
I'll have to be on my way. Stay strong.
I will. Send my regards to Radzik.
Arnold! What is he?
The story is ended. So, are you happy now?
I'm happy. Victory is ours.
But at what price?
War is a dirty business. No one has the power to change that. I didn't understand that before. But I do now.
I know that feeling. I tried to tell you about it. But I reckon there are some things you've got to figure out for yourself.
For instance, revenge.
And that treacherous bastard Toth deserved to die.
So you gave him death. A merciless and cruel death.
Maybe you overdid the cruelty. But I'm a little afraid that revenge might have become the only thing you care about. Brabant and Owlet deserve to be punished, but death darkens the mind.
He chose his path. We can't reproach him for that.
But sometimes it's better not to play by their rules. Better not to be like them. And turn the other cheek.
The other cheek? They deserved it. I must have sworn 1,000 times never to turn a blind eye to evil, let alone run from it. And that's what guided my actions.
You behaved as your conscience dictated. Nobody can reproach you for that.
You chose a different path than I'd like. But I'm not the one to judge you. I hoped you wouldn't make the same mistakes as me. But I suppose it's the times you live in.
In war, there are times when you only have bad choices and worse ones.
And still you managed to stay clean, Henry. You spared the innocent, even though it would have been easier to sacrifice them.
Malashov, Semin. Innocent people shouldn't have to die. I'm glad I found the courage to defy orders.
All right. You avenged an evil act. But you behaved like a bandit. Plundering and robbing poor wretches. Oh, my son.
So what? I have no regrets. What do those yokels matter? Why should I feel sorry for them? I'd do it again if I had to.
Oh, Henry. Henry.
No, don't leave.
You trampled everything I taught you underfoot. You've turned into the very thing you wanted to take vengeance against. You're just like Istvan. Farewell.
So, this time it seems it really is the end.
Father.
You did it. You got them. Toth, Van Owlitz. Even that damned scavenging ginger fox is gone. Your mother and Martin would surely be proud of you.
Perhaps. In a way.
Of course they would. You avenged them. You prevented a war, you saved a lot of people, and after all that you're still in one piece. That's not a bad performance for an ordinary bastard. You even succeeded in getting that adventurous sword of ours back.
Your sword.
It all started with this. Martin truly was a brilliant blacksmith. It sings so nicely. But it's not singing for me. It's yours, son.
What happens now?
Now? Now we'll get on with life. Do you remember what I told you? That there are some things in the world worth living for. Blue skies, warm sunshine, green grass underneath your feet, beautiful girls,
Good wine, good people, and a fine steed underneath your backside, yeah.
Enjoy it while you can. I can assure you nothing lasts forever. And if you're missing that excitement now, which I'm sure you are, you can be certain that it'll find us again itself one day. I believe there are interesting times still ahead of us. By the way, that buxom lass that you were with?
What, Catherine? Oh, come on. She's old enough to be my mother.
So what? I think you could do with a bit of mothering. Besides, a well-built lass like that, she'll see you through the hardest of times.